Mike Donahue here, and you are on the podcast Groomed.Connect. Thank you for joining us today. We got something a little different today. I am actually in Omaha, Nebraska right now because I'm doing some schools. I speak in high schools for a living, and I'm doing some schools in the area this week. So I came here a little early because I got to go to a pastoral party yesterday at the church I used to work at in Bellevue, Nebraska. There was one of the pastors, Walt Hooker, was retiring, and they had a big party for him, and so a lot of people came to that. I was one of them. Brian and I both went to it. It was great. I'll show a picture of Brian and I and Hook here. Had a great time. It was kind of awkward. It reminded me of a fourth grade experience I had. It's kind of weird. I had a teacher, Miss O'Connell. She was awesome. She was kind of a hippie teacher. I was in fourth grade back in the 60s, actually. So yeah, pretty much. Maybe 70s, early 70s. Anyways, one time she wanted us to hear this song by Ricky Nelson, and it was called Garden Party, and we were like 10, right? So she was singing this song to us, and she was playing it on a record. She brought a record player in and everything. And the chorus of the song goes, I went to a garden party to reminisce with my old friends. Well, that's not the chorus, but that's the beginning of it. And then basically setting up that, she was going back to this reunion type of thing, whatever. And then the chorus of the song goes, it's all right now. I learned my lesson well. You see, you can't please everyone, so you have to please yourself. And we were 10, right? So she was singing the song and crying and telling her, her own experience of apparently she went to some kind of reunion or something. Maybe it was a class reunion. I don't know. It made her really emotional. So we were kind of weirded out by that. But yesterday was kind of awkward because I kind of related to that, the idea that, there were definitely people in that room that really liked me a lot. Maybe I helped their kid, maybe I helped them. They came over and showed appreciation, and that was kind of cool. And then there was definitely some people in the room that do not like me at all, and that was interesting. And one of the interactions I had with somebody was a guy that is a pastor now, and he actually interned for me. And I'm not going to get into the whole relationship, but bottom line is, it really has become apparent that we have a ministry relationship. In other words, we've talked about it on the podcast before. You're going to be my friend as long as I serve you in the ministry, as long as I can help your ministry, as long as I can help you grow as a person, as a minister, and it helps the bottom line, then you'll be my friend. If that doesn't happen, then we're not friends. And, so he came over to me yesterday to say hi, and I know why he did. I don't want to, judge his motives too much, but I also know this kid really well. I have a lot of friends there, and a lot of people that really like me and respect me. And he came over to shake my hand and, greet me. And keep in mind, I haven't heard from him for 5 years. I just don't do that anymore. So when he came over to me, I didn't embarrass him. I try not to. I just said, listen, we're not going to do this here. We're not friends. And so let's not pretend that we are. And, he literally ran from me. Like, it was really bizarre. So, those moments are awkward. There was some other people there that definitely do not like me because I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth about, what's gone on. There was another couple there that I've heard said some bad things about me after the book was published. And so I went over to them and I got in their face and just said, if you're going to say something, say it to me. Say, here I am, I'm right here. And the male, the guy said, I have nothing to say to you. And I said, well, all evidence to the contrary, because I'm hearing, that you're saying stuff. I'm tired of that stuff, and I'm not going to be nice anymore. When you're a pastor, you can't confront it like that because, you might hurt their feelings and, their Christian feelings. And I'm a Christian, but I'm not a minister. I don't have to. I don't need you to come tithe to my church, so I'm not going to treat you nice, right? So if you're going to be an asshole, then I'm going to call you out. And so I did. And so, yesterday was very interesting. It was also very heartwarming because there was somebody that came over and said, that I had helped her out and stuff. And there was a few other people like that did that. And so that was awesome. That was good. That was a good time. So it's been a crazy week. This podcast is a little different because what I'm going to do is I'll put the link in the description of this, but I had the privilege to be on the podcast for the Roy's Report this week. And if you haven't caught it, I'm going to put the link on here so you can watch that today for our podcast. It was great. The Roy's Report, Julie Roy is a reporter that is kind of a watchdog for ministries that are abusing people and abusing power and using manipulation and other things. And she's exposed the Mike Bickle situation. I mean, you just go on her website. It's theroysreport.com, and you'll see there's plenty of investigations that they've done into ministries that are again using power and influence to bully, spiritually bully people and to take advantage of them. So she interviewed me about my book, and they're making my book actually. They're offering my book as if you give $30 to their ministry, then they're going to send you a book for free. So, well, not free, it's $30. But basically, yeah. So that was that. Interview was great. I had a great time. It was a very comprehensive interview. It's a little long, but we get into some stuff. So enjoy that. I'll put, again, you can find the link to that in the description of this video. But we'll see you again next week. Brian will be back. Have a great week, you guys. Keep on believing the truth, fighting for the truth, and don't give up. All right, bye.